We're moving on to item number 6, approval of a legal contract, and I'm going to defer to my colleague here, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, it's actually a privilege and an honor to be bringing this contract to you for your consideration. Typically, when people have to bring contracts for approval, it's a challenge and something that they dread and fear. But this is actually a chance to highlight the good work that my colleagues at the Department of Justice have done over the course of the past, 10 some odd years, but since the inception of this council in 2009. The contract that we have existing is set to expire at the end of June. And the existing contract that we have has been for a 3-year period. 3 years, on exactly the same terms as what we are proposing here. It's a general fund contract. $500,000 is allocated per year and has been over the course of the last 3 years. And it's what's called a capacity contract in that we bill off of that contract on an as-needed basis. Monies that aren't used in a particular year revert back to the general fund, and then we start over again. Did
I miss in my contracts class in law school the notion of a capacity contract?
We make a lot of things up as we go along.
Yeah,
so
okay.
For purposes of this discussion, let's call it a capacity contract.
Okay.
How's that? But in any event, we are fortunate, I'm very fortunate, to work with a fantastic team at the Department of Justice. You've seen and met many of the people that I work with on a daily basis. I'll just name a few of them because they do fine work for us. Dan Siegel, who you know, Jim Andrew, who does our CEQA work, Christy Vosberg, who helps Dan Siegel, very talented. Tara Mueller out of the Oakland office is one of the state's top CEQA and ESA experts. Many of you have met her. Jan Stevens is a retired annuitant, but one of the founders of the DOJ Land Law Unit, and is always, to my great amazement, enthusiastic, even at this point in his career, about helping us out and staying engaged with California Water and trying to find a balanced solution to the problems that he's been dealing with for many, many years. We also have the able assistance of Carrie Spalding, who's one of DOJ's top legal assistants and will be helping us out with the OAL process and has done a lot of work through the years with the CalFed, the Bay Delta Authority, actually helped a little on Delta Vision as well. So a really fine team. The contract that we have now is set to expire. What we're proposing to get approval here is a new contract on the same terms, 3 years, general funded. The delegated authority, as you may be aware, to the executive officer is a $500,000 delegated authority, and that's why we're coming to you for approval. And the type of work will remain the same, lest I say that there may be the possibility of litigation in the future as we adopt the plan and start to implement, and so the activity and the assistance may actually pick up a bit, so you may be seeing more of the Department of Justice attorneys. Just to keep in mind, DOJ is the attorney for state agencies, so in effect we have no choice anyway, but we're blessed in that it's a really fine team, and that from an economic standpoint, it's a fantastic deal. The billing rates are included in the staff report, and as many of you know that deal with attorneys in the private sector, the billing rates there are at least triple and going even higher. So it's an economical way to get fine legal services that we are forced by statute to get anyway.
Mr. Siegel is continued as the principal on this contract,
he
right?
Is, yes.
Okay, good. All right.
So,
Mr. Grindstaff, is this within the adopted budget of the council?
It is for this year and within the adopted budget for next year, or proposed budget for next year.
All right. Okay. Comments, questions, members? All right. Anyone in the audience like to talk to this? Okay. Accept a motion. Mr. Johnston, second. Ms. Marcus, starting with Mr. Nordhoff.
Johnston, aye.
Gray, aye.
Marcus, aye.
Fiorini, aye.
Eisenberg, aye.
Totally aye.
Okay, you've got 7-0 on that. Thank you very much, Mr. Grindstaff. Mr. Stevens.
Thank you.